Games are OP! Please nerf! The notion of game balance is a product of the modern era. Before the late 20th century, games were very uniform sets of options available to all players pretty much all the time. It was probably around the time when Gary Gygax started building the D&D phenomenon that games started creating choices that were made early on in the game that resulted in profound changes to the choice landscape for the entire future. The concept of character classes has since leaked into several other forms of game, mostly because it is a good idea. When done correctly, it can make the same set of choices have unique meanings to each player, and that makes the game more interesting. The challenge of balancing a game is that of making decisions compelling even after players collect some experience. If a player easily discovers one correct way to pursue victory or to avoid failure, there is no incentive to explore the variety of alternatives that may exist, thus robbing the game of the artistry of watching a human being make choices upon the system of options you have created. The word balance can mislead a game designer. Although some would ask for some choices to be of equal merit, that may detract from the fact that perfect equality means lack of variety. The three choices available in Paper, Scissors, Rock are immaculately balanced and about as engaging as watching your dad's Facebook argument. Game designers will always struggle with this dichotomy. On the one hand, we want to know for certain that no one set of choices will obviate all others. On the other hand, we don't want that certainty to reduce our choice networks down to mere algorithms. Breathing life and vibrancy into our options is vital. That same richness of variety does place us at risk of some options going extinct in the jungle of play. The concept of cyclical imbalance has been discussed ad nauseum among game designers for years, and there's no reason to cover it here. Suffice it to say, it's a useful tool and should be used with care, like all other tools that artists have. When a player That may end up in the final cut. That's awesome. When a writer creates a shallow metaphor, its glibness can agonize an experienced reader. This is why, regardless of politics, one has to admit that Atlas Shrugged is terrible literature. A game that makes its balance as explicit as Rand made her criticisms is similarly frustrating to players of refined taste. We therefore reject the Paper, Scissors, Rock formula of making cyclic imbalance explicit in the rules. It is only when balance is achieved in a way that is incidental to the rules and mechanics that we are able to wholly engage with the game and appreciate it as an expression of the soul. This is also kind of why Call of Duty isn't that bad.